Yo, what up, y'all? It's your man D Real, and welcome to another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment is what I do. Normally on Saturdays, I kind of go slow motion, might give y'all a little histrionics, a little bit of, you know, telling you why the present is the way it is by talking to you about the past. It's kind of what I do. But I was looking at some videos today. I was looking at my man Theo B over at I Ain't Saying, I'm Just Saying, and I got to wondering. Um, I have I have I have laid off of Nate and Ryan for a little while because I was going hard in the paint on it. I ain't said nothing about y'all since Tuesday, fellas. It's Saturday. So I feel like I am remiss in my duties as a historian and a teacher, and not having you guys explain yourselves or at least address some of the things that you have said in the past weeks. Before I get in they grits, real quick, realists, I need y'all for me to comment, like, and subscribe to the Be Real with D Real page so that y'all can get alerts the next time I get in Nate's grits. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Share when I get in Nate's grits. Now, here's what's going on. All of this Killmonger foolishness that Michael B. Jordan been talking, I'm going to address that in a different video. But what I am going to address is three simple questions. Three questions. Just three. 1, 2, 3 that I have for Nate Moore and Ryan Coogler. Because Nate Moore and Ryan Coogler are the only people who can answer this question. Question number 1. And this is a pretty easy one, fellas. Nate, Ryan, when are you going to issue a public statement explaining your actions? What actions are you talking about? The haphazard, ignorant ass actions y'all took when you sat in that interview, Nate, and said that y'all came to the decision to recast T'Challa in minutes, when Derek Boseman had already made it known what the family's wishes were as far as the continuation of the character of T'Challa. So that doesn't come from anywhere but you two, right? Because y'all made the decision. So that's what I'm trying to understand. When are you going to explain yourselves? Okay. Question number 2, and they get a little tougher, fellas. Now that you have been proven disingenuous on 2 separate occasions, how do you plan to address that? What disingenuous occasions am I speaking of? Well, to say that we came to the decision not to recast Chadwick Boseman in minutes means you weren't honoring it. So to have Kevin Feige come out and say we're doing this to honor the character when everybody and their mama who's sipping this Kool-Aid is failing to understand, okay, it's almost like, and I'll probably be dating myself when I say that, it's probably like the Guyana Massacre. And for those of you that don't know, that's when about 900 people drank Kool-Aid laced with cyanide because some guy told them to. You see what I'm saying? Question everything. Why did you so-called Black Panther faithful fans not question that? Okay, we're not casting this role again because we're honoring Chadwick Boseman. We're not casting this role again because we're honoring Christopher Reeve. Said no one ever. We're not recasting this role because we're honoring Bruce Lee. said no one ever. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about with Bruce Lee, Fist of Fury, he played a character named Chin Zan. Okay, that character went on to be played 3 more times. Didn't nobody say we couldn't recast that character because Bruce Lee was too iconic of an actor and that was too iconic of a role? We didn't hear that then. We're not recasting Superman because Superman is too iconic of a role and Christopher Reeve is too iconic of an actor. We didn't hear that then. So what's changed in 2020? Well, I'm trying to understand. Okay, Chadwick is more iconic than all of those actors put together. Is that what we're saying? Again, I done already told you in several videos, that's an insult to actors everywhere. As an actor, if someone told me I couldn't play a role that I wanted to try to play because it was too iconic, where they do that at? Okay, and speaking of honor, question number 3, and probably the toughest question for you, are you still hanging on to the honoring Chadwick fallacy? I use the word fallacy because I didn't want to out and out call you a liar, Nate and Ryan, because that's basically what you're doing. And as much as people want to try to make sense of it and say, oh, well, Nate did this because, and oh, Ryan did this because, how does it make sense? That's all I am asking. You have all the evidence laid out in front of you. If you was in court and you was on a jury and you had to decide with what you have in front of you right now, whether or not Nate Moore and Ryan Coogler was guilty of some shenanigans when it came to this recast thing, when it came to this role, when it came to all of this, what decision could you come to? Creative license. They have creative license to do whatever they want to do. Yeah, they do. However, what they are failing to take into consideration and what the stupid people who say stupid stuff like that are failing to take into consideration is you have fans of T'Challa. You have fans of the Black Panther who want to see T'Challa and ain't caught up on no emotional slant talking about Chadwick is the only one who could play that role. No disrespect, no slight, but Chadwick himself said actors don't want to be pigeonholed that way into the we are the only ones that could play that role. So we can't hang out on that island anymore with that BS because that doesn't fly. I did a video a couple of days ago where I showed you footage of Chadwick Boseman himself telling you that he does not want to be pigeonholed into that kind of dynamic. Actors don't like being pigeonholed into that dynamic of he's the only person that can play that role. So when I see people saying, oh, only Chadwick could play that role, Anthony Mackie, I'm talking to you. Sit down, be quiet. It's just ridiculous to me. All of these roles out here, all of these characters out here, you telling me can't nobody play them but a particular actor. In theory, that's true. In reality, it ain't. Okay, theoretically, if that actor gets that role, i.e. Chadwick Boseman, and knocks it out of the park, then yeah, he was the only actor for that role. But we don't know that because we're afraid to cast another actor in that role. We're too stupid to cast another actor in that role. We're letting our emotions take us off on a tangent that doesn't allow us to use our logic and common sense, which is what you're supposed to be doing when you make a damn $1 billion decision. So In closing, Nate Ryan, I just want to say to you, Minutemen, when are you going to issue a statement explaining your actions? Now that you've been outed as disingenuous on 2 different occasions, how are you going to address that? And are you still hanging on to the honoring Chadwick lie? Because I'd really like to know how they're honoring him at this point. We got problems with what I'm saying? Drop it in the comments. We love what I'm saying? Drop it in the comments. And as always, comment, like, and subscribe to the Be Real with D Real page. I'll be coming at you with another one of the other ones. And until I am, y'all be good. Be good to each other.